from South Jersey and Maine. And hi, Dorothy. I'm so glad you're here. And Dorothy Vaughn is one of our gorgeous, beautiful high conflict negotiation coaches. And I'm going to go back because I feel like now all of a sudden my head is cut off. But it is great to see you.
It is great to see you too, Rebecca.
So I was just talking about you and our program, which is the high conflict negotiation training, the coach training, and you are one of our recent graduates.
Yay.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about the program, and then we're going to just do a little bit of coaching, and then I was going to have you showcase some of your skills as well.
Yes. So Rebecca, the training program is so wonderful because the way that you've designed it is you have an online module where you go through all of the steps to learn how to coach high conflict individuals. And then you have these online classes that you lead and teach us different strategies and steps. And so it's like a weekly training program that gets you towards the end. And what I like so much about the program is you kind of split it up into two components where you're teaching coaches how to help their clients with their emotional strength. Like there's a lot of emotional strategies like emotional regulation, healthy boundaries, mindfulness, controlling triggers. Like when you're dealing with high conflict individuals, you have to be mentally strong. And then the second part I love that you have is about the strategic goals. So what is your goal? What are the strategies and the steps to get there? Building that leverage, determining how to communicate with these high conflict individuals, and staying on the offensive. These are all the strategies on how to negotiate, which is very brilliant how you designed the program. One of my favorite quotes that you do is fluff for favor, vomit later. And I love that because when you're dealing with the high conflict individual, it's all about groping their ego and letting it go, and then, worrying about your emotional reaction to that later on. So these are just some of the things that I love how you designed the program. And I'm so grateful that you offer this to so many people out there that want to help others that have gone through challenges with high conflict individuals.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I know you have done a great job. I've seen such an amazing growth in you
Thank you.
since we started the program. And today you were going to bring me a little issue for me to coach you on. So talk about what you've been dealing with, a little something.
Yes. So dealing with high conflict individuals, specifically narcissists, I had a narcissist that I removed from my life about 5 years ago. And usually when you remove them, they go on a slander campaign, spreading untruthful lies about you, saying things that you're doing or actions that are taking place that really aren't taking place. And so I've had challenges in the community, through my children's school, even in some, women's groups that I attend, where, this narcissist has a way of finding others like flying monkeys or other narcissists to kind of get their way in there and create this narrative about you. And it's very challenging. And how do you coexist with people that believe their story?
Fed up with narcissists walking all over you? Sick of everyone believing their lies while you're paying through the nose in attorney's fees? What if you could hold all the cards for a change. Hey, I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm a top 1% trial attorney, a USA Today bestselling author, and I've spent my entire career helping people slay narcissists in negotiations, most recently through my proven slay method. What if your suffering could become your superpower? Imagine turning all that pain into power, not just for you, but for others too. This is your chance to take back control. You can finally win. Become a high conflict negotiation certified coach. Help others while transforming your own life and do good for the world. This is your chance. Go to RebeccaZung.com/apply and I'll show you how to turn the tables for good starting today.
So as you know, when you go into the discard phase, there's always the smear campaign, right? That's always the birth of the smear campaign. And so there's always going to be getting more and more supply from you. And they're going to try to get more supply from you. I would say it's sort of like the bottom of the peanut butter jar. Like they're going to look to see, is there more down there? Can I scrape a little bit more down there from the bottom of that peanut butter jar, right? And I always say, as you guys know, that the very first thing that you have to do is put that invisible shield down around you. And as empaths, we always want to, we don't want to make people mad. We don't want to get people upset. We don't want to, I don't want that person to not like me or whatever. And so we end up trying to keep the peace. And it ends up eating us alive inside because we don't want to put the boundaries up because we're afraid people are going to get mad at us if we do that. Or we're afraid people are going to think that we're not likable if we put the boundaries up. And I know that happened with me when I ended up having a business partnership that didn't go the way I wanted it to. And the more that I tried to not have it be I wanted it to be an amicable situation where we split. It just wasn't going to be amicable because when you're trying to remove yourself from that situation, it's just never going to be amicable because the supply is going out the door. And so everybody in their world is going to be part of that. What I have found, honestly, is you have to just let it go. And the people who are going to be your people are going to be your people. And the people who are not your people are not your people. And you just have to say, stop trying to make not your people your people. Mm-hmm. And they were going to be at a low vibration and they're going to say whatever they're going to say. And you just have to let that go. And the people who are your people are your people. And that's that. And the higher vibrational people will end up being attracted to you because that like attracts like. And yes. The lower vibrational people will find each other and they're going to say whatever they're going to say. And you're never going to be able to stop them from saying what they're going to say. I mean, you're just not. But the light comes out in the end. The truth comes out in the end. And, I have a saying that I've said to you guys in our groups that, I said to myself, whatever bitches and the bitches, whatever, right? And you just have to go, not give them a thought because, and you guys know that I've often talked about Glinda the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch. And, she said to the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz, go away, you have no power here, right? Just go away, you have no power here. Well, I'm sure the Wicked Witch was sitting around with the flying monkey saying, oh, that Glinda, she's awful or whatever. And, talking crap about Glinda.
Mm-hmm.
Well, was Glinda worried about what Wicked Witch was saying? No, she was like in her zone. She's in her power. So you just gotta go, whatever, bitches. You gotta be in your zone and be like Teflon, because they're gonna do and say whatever they're gonna do, and you're not gonna be able to stop them. But if you just have your coherence, do that coherence meditation that I talked about, and have your zone of vibration so high that it's like, okay, whatever. Wayne Dyer talked about that at one point, where he was like talking about how somebody was asking him about something when he went on a television show, and they were going to ask him about proving if he had done something or didn't do something, or I'm going to bring in medical records or whatever. Remember that? And he was like, I don't need to prove it, whatever. I'm not doing that at this point. Like, he didn't care, because he was here, and they were there. And he wasn't even going to speak to it, because he just didn't, he was over here.
Right.
And it was like so beyond him at that point that he just didn't even, he wanted to talk about his own other higher level things at that point. And that's where you have to get to, because they're going to say whatever they're going to say.
Yeah. And you can't control the narrative. One of the things that I've learned through the process, and I will help to coach, is that you always want to try to convince people that you're in the truth and they're in the wrong. And it's exhausting to do that. And like you said, it's like the truth will be revealed. And you just have to let the forces be, and be your authentic self, and let that speak the truth. And I think one of the questions I do have for you that some people may not figure out, but have some answers, is, can you coexist with a community of people that are playing on both sides, like they are friendly with you, but they're also friendly with the narcissist?
You can't ever be friends or friendly with people who are jealous of you or smaller than you.
Yeah.
You can't. That you just want to get that energy out of you and away from you. I heard a story one time, and I thought it was kind of like a little bit vulgar, but so such a great way of putting it. It's like, if you invited people over let's say you went over to somebody's house, and it was like the best invitation you've ever heard of, like to go to somebody's house, let's say it's Oprah's house or whatever, to go swim in their pool, and the pool was like green and gross and whatever, and you'd be like, I'm not getting in that pool, right? But then you invited people to your house, and let's say it's your hot tub, and you like maintained it perfectly, and you had the pH, and you had like the measuring thing, and you had it pristine, and you had all the whatever to make sure that it's perfect, clean, gorgeous. And then you let people in, and then what do? They peed in it, right? You'd be like, get the hell out of my hot tub. Oh my God. But it's the same thing, because energy is like that potent, right? I mean, we are vibrating beings. That's what we are. And we are beings of energy. And so if we let bad energy in our space, it can't help but permeate us. It can't help but make us vibrate lower.
And like radio waves can't join hands with light waves and travel in the universe together.
Correct.
So if you want to be a light wave, you got to let go of the radio waves and move on.
That makes total sense. Okay. Yeah, total sense.
Yeah. So just wish them well, but over there.
Yeah. You have great analogies. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, when it comes to negotiating with narcissists, that you want to look at it agnostically. We talk about in the program how they were formed and what's going on with their brain. And so we create strategies and leverage to ethically manipulate them using their own behavior.
Yeah.
Right? And then you move on. It's really focusing on you and your authentic power and becoming the best version of yourself and authentically standing in yourself. It's really not about them because they're going to be who they are.
Yeah. Yes, they will. And that's why I like your program so much, because you give that piece of the mental strength that goes with it to make the smart decisions so that you're strong enough to get to that strategy, and that's so important because you can't have the mental strength without strategy, and you can't have the strategy without the mental strength, right? So that's what's so great about the high contra training program that you offer.
Thank you. Yeah. So for anybody who's interested in becoming a high conflict negotiation coach, the link to book a call with us is RebeccaZung.com/slay coach. And I highly recommend that you book a call with us, RebeccaZung.com/slay coach. Or we are having a training next week to learn more about it. That is next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And the link to sign up for that is highconflictsearch.com, highconflictsearch.com. I would love for you guys to come join me on that and learn more about the program. Just come learn more about the program and just find out if it's something that you want to do. If you are interested in becoming a coach, having a career that you think might help you yourself personally and also be a lucrative career for you, then come join us next Tuesday at 10 a.m. or go ahead and book a call right now. So thank you, Dorothy.
Oh, this is great. And I highly recommend the program. I can't wait to use it, in my life to help others with either a career or there's so many things you can do with it. You can have your own business. You can help attorneys that don't understand it, or, have it in the workplace. Like some of the things that I'm doing is I'm using it in the workplace, helping others navigate through the political toxicity that goes on there with high conflict. So there's so many ways to use it. And I'm just so grateful for the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. This is so great. Thank you, guys. All right. I will see you all super soon. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Shopify helps millions sell billions around the world through their digital courses, through their digital products at the touch of a button, on their smartphones, on social media, however they want, including me, at shop.rebeccazung.com. You can access your store from all over the world, just a touch of a button from your smartphones. Start accepting payments. Everything you need to sell online, manage orders, and develop relationships in one place and look fabulous doing it. Shopify is the commerce platform that is revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide, including my own, at shop.rebeccazung.com. So right now, what you need to do is sign up for a $1 a month trial period at shopify.com/bestlife. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/bestlife to take your retail business to the next level today. Shopify.com/bestlife. Narcissists have a confession to make, and that is that they are way more afraid of you than you are of them, especially in court cases, mediation cases, or any kind of cases where you have to negotiate with them. But you know what? I have a confession to make too. I'm sick and tired of these people bullying you and making you feel exhausted and paying way too much in attorney's fees and dragging you through the mud. My name is Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by U.S. News as one of the best lawyers in America. And in fact, I was so sick and tired of these people bullying you that I started studying narcissism so that I could beat them in the courtroom. And now I'm here to make the case so that you can win too. I developed a 4-part proven blueprint that has helped tens of thousands of people take back their freedom, win, and get back their power. And now I'm sharing it with you in a special live event, Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-part proven plan to take back your power. 4 simple steps, 1 free live event, 1 free hour of your life. That's what stands between you being in hell and you being free. Join me, click the link for Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-step proven plan to take back your power. Just click the link and let's go.